Hey there, and welcome again to The Download, your weekend edition for you now, guaranteed to stay fresh all through Monday. Well, what better way to start the weekend than with some good news, or at least what seems like good news. Zimbabwe, the setting now. Embattled President Robert Mugabe here late Thursday night, meeting with opposition leader Morgan Tsvangirai, who had this for the gathered press.
I want just to say that President Mbeki is going to give a press statement, but I can say that we have got a deal.
Well, good news, and long-awaited indeed. Now, the power-sharing deal gives Mr. Tsvangirai control of the government and police force, while Mr. Mugabe remains president and in control of the army. Zimbabweans welcoming the breakthrough, if also remaining, well, somewhat uncertain as to how or if it will all work.
We're waiting for quite some time, actually, for the deal to be successful. But I'm very skeptical about the outcome of the deal.
We are not all that concerned about who is going to be who, but what we are concerned of is are they going to address the critical issues in Zimbabwe?
Well, at the top of those issues, curing Zimbabwe's failing economy. The Download wishing all the best. Well, from good to worsening news now. Now, you may recall our item earlier this week about those growing protests in 4 Bolivian provinces. Now, putting the blame squarely on the U.S., Bolivian President Evo Morales responded this week by kicking out the U.S. ambassador to his nation. Now, for the record, Ambassador Philip Goldberg denies any involvement in the unrest. And, not to be outdone, at least in the giant inflatable presidential balloon department, Venezuelan President Hugo Chavez has now given his nation's U.S. ambassador, Patrick Duddy, 72 hours to leave his nation. Make that 71 hours and 50 minutes, apparently. Mr. Chavez not only giving Mr. Duddy the bum's rush, but he did so in an expletive-laden speech directed squarely at Washington. And you can thank us for removing most of the expletives. Washington so far has not responded except in more muted tones, expressing, quote, disappointment at the whole flap. And speaking of flaps, the U.S. race for the White House taking one of the strangest turns in recent memory. A turn, well, involving lipstick and pigs. Confused? Well, tune into our webcast Election USA this weekend for all of the latest. Todd Grosshans will be there to explain it for you. Lipstick not included. Well, we've spent a whole lot of time lately talking about that Large Hadron Collider thingy in Switzerland. The big atom smasher that was supposedly going to swallow up the whole Earth and then didn't. Well, we at The Download have admittedly been struggling to understand the physics of the whole thing. But that was before we found the LHC wrap.
27 kilometers tunnel underground, designed with mind to send protons around. A circle that crosses through Switzerland and France. 60 nations contribute to scientific advance. 2 beams of protons swing round through the ring they ride, till in the hearts of the detectors they're made to collide, and all that energy packed in such a tiny bit.
You know what? I still don't understand it. But at least I can dance to it, if you can call what I do dancing. Well, that is your Download for this weekend. Peace out.